What's up guys, Cliff from TSD Motorsports and Wraps and the Sunday Drive, and today we're installing two mods that pair perfectly together, Kies Motorsports wheel spacers and Tommy L Garage mud flaps. So welcome back to the channel guys. We are once again working on Mr. Squeeze's G87 M2, getting him ready for a track day. You can't do a track day without protection. So we have some Tommy L Garage mud flaps going to the side to protect him from rock chips and to make sure that his wheels are sitting nice. We have some 13mm front spacers and 15mm rear spacers from Kies Motorsports. These are hub centric and they include the extended lug bolt. So it's a complete package. If you guys need any of these parts, go down in our description, go through the links. It really helps us out. And if you need an installation done, hit us up. We're in South Jersey. We'd be happy to take care of you. So these are the spacers we are installing. These are the hub-centric Kies spacers. Like I said, they come with the extended lug bolts, so you don't need to buy a separate kit like some spacers. And for the G series M cars, the M2s, M3s, and M4s, for a nice flush fit, we do 13mm up front and 15mm in the rear. First, break your lugs by hand. These are 17mm. For pulling these wheels off, especially on the fronts of these BMWs with the really large calipers, there isn't a lot of clearance. So we like to use the Kies wheel hangers, and we'll have these linked down in the description. These are really nice. They have a rounded head, so they thread in easily every time, and you can fit a 1/4-inch ratchet right into the end. You'll notice the two-piece EBC rotors and blue stuff brake pads. We have a DIY up on the channel showing how to install these. And we've given a little bit better tread with some very sticky Pilot Sport Cup 2s, so he is ready for the track. You're gonna pop out these two bottom rivets with a sharp pick tool like this. Just push in the center, like so, and then the rivet pulls out just like that. There you go. So we're gonna reuse those two holes. We leave this top rivet in place. Take the two expanding rivets that came with your kit. Put that there. We're gonna push that in. Get the other one lined up. So I'm using this to fully seat the base of the rivet, pushing that in. And now you can use the butt of either of your tools that we're using. And there we go. And then we're gonna use a self-tapper right there. There we go. Don't over tighten it or you'll strip it out since it's just a self-tapper. And that is your front mud flap installed. You now have a nice protected side skirt. Reinstall your wheel hangers. We were pulling the other wheels off, so I had to move these over. Now, if you have an old rotor, you're gonna wanna clean the surface. This rotor has been on for a couple days, so I know it's clean. All right, so we're gonna take our 13. There are a few different bolt patterns here, so make sure you're lining up all the bolt holes. Make sure it's fully seated, and again, if you have an old rotor, make sure you're wire brushing the surface to make sure it's fully seated down, otherwise you can have a wobble. Another thing I like about the Kies hardware, it's nice gloss black bolts. And we'll lower the wheel back down just so it's touching the ground, or you can have somebody sit in it and hold the brake. Torque all these down. While the torque's back down in the description, go a crisscross pattern to make sure that it seats evenly. The main thing is you don't want to torque it down with a lot of weight on the wheel because that can mess up how the wheel's setting. You may have noticed during the shot, the front bumper got removed. That's because we're actually installing some carbon fiber upgrades to the front bumper here. That will be coming up on the channel as well. For the rear mud flap, we're going to remove these two 10mm right here. Now you're going to take the two supplied longer bolts and go right into those same two holes. I'm just going to get it started by hand here. There you go. I'm going to snug them up with the screwdriver, but nice and simple and clean. Let's get the rear spacer installed. Install your two wheel hangers, 15mm spacer. All right, let's finish up the other side, get these torqued, put it down on the ground, and we'll show you what it looks like. Now the wheels are nice and flush and you don't have to worry about any rock chips with them sitting out a little bit further because we added those Tommy L Garage mud flaps, which are going to be a perfect complement to the track and spacers on this G87 M2. If you guys haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe so you can see all the modifications going on Mr. Squeeze's G87 as we build it to 750 wheel horsepower, add some aesthetic upgrades like this carbon fiber front lip, as well as a lot of performance upgrades. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you back in the next video.